For those of you that are bringing in content into your InDesign concept collage, we need to be aware of the fact that we're hoping to print these and we need a resolution of 300 dpi, whether you're bringing in your own photos, your own scanned content, or images from online. Let's say I've created a text box. White arrow, file pull-down menu, place. Let's say, for sake of argument, I'm exploring the concept of angels versus demons. And I found some images online, but we want to make sure that they are high enough resolution that they're going to look good in InDesign. This is not meant to be just viewed on a screen. It's meant to be printed. So I bring in the content, and I can see that, well, that's a good sign. My image is large, so I'm going to scale that in, pressing Shift so as not to distort the image. Press Shift, left click, and hold. And yep, we got to just keep doing that. And then let's say I take my frame and I can expand it if needed to fit the content. It's always a question of adjusting the frame and adjusting the size of what's inside with the white arrow. Now, let's say we like this image and we want to check it. So I've resized, and now I go to my Info tab, and you can see the actual PPI of the image is 72. That means something that's online, it's always 72. But for print, we need 300. So because I resized it, I shrunk it down, I'm close to 300. I'm going to press Shift, bring it in just a little bit more, a little bit more. Oh, you can see now I'm 303. So what that means is if I want to use this image that I found online, I can, but it's around 8 inches by 6 and change. That's about the maximum size I can go before it would start to get fuzzy with print. So what this means is, yeah, like you can find images online, but we just need to be careful that they are high enough res that you've got enough information to work with. 16 by 20 is a big document. So part of the challenge of this assignment, that's my cat. Part of the challenge is getting the resolution that we need for this big file. Now, one thing that you can do to help yourself if you're searching for images online is to try a couple of tricks with Google. I think most of the computers in Lab 108 already have this feature, but if you're at home or if you're on a different operating system, you may want to go to the Chrome store and download or add this extension called the View Image button, this guy right here, or this one, Google Search View Image button. It looks like a magnifying glass. Add both of them. And then what that will do is it'll give you the option to zoom in and find bigger images that you just might find really helpful in Google search. Let's say, for sake of argument, my dialectical ideas, I'm going to look for angels versus demons. And let's say I'm going to try and find some images of demons in medieval art. So I just type something in, and now I'm going to look at the image. Well, the default of Google is any size of image. So let's say I want to use this demon image right here. this is so small. It's only 425 pixels by 640. It is super, super tiny. If you're thinking of looking for images online, you need something in the thousands. I wouldn't even bother. Like, if it's under 1,000, you probably can't get it to be that large. So here's a workaround. You can't use anything, but you can go to Tools. Inside the Images tab in Google Search, right here, assuming that you've got those Google Chrome extensions called View Image Button, you can go to Tools, right here where you see my mouse moving, select, then click on Advanced Search. That's Advanced Search right here. Notice how the default size for image in Google search is any size. That gives you just the most popular stuff. And sometimes the most popular hits are not always the big files that we can use. Click on it, scroll down. Try, say, larger than 4 MP or megapixels. And then click on Advanced Search. Now what we're going to find, in theory, are the bigger files that follow our Google search criteria. So let me click on this one. Oh yeah, when we hover over this image, I can see that the pixel count is now in the thousands. So we'll click on it. Sometimes you need to find the image. And then if you see a little magnifying glass icon with a plus sign, that's a good sign. Because then left click, and if the image is bigger than the screen of your computer, that means you've got information, extra pixels, extra resolution that could be used in your InDesign design at a larger format. When it says minus, that means I'm in as close as I can go. I'm going to right click, save image as. Let's say I'll call it Demon 1, and I can save it to a particular spot. And then when we bring it into InDesign, we'll check the actual PPI and bring it down to 300, and it will probably work.